Hello everyone and welcome here on our first open talks where you can put your questions and comments and I will answer them online. My name is Paul and I'm glad to meet you here today. And before we start, I'd like to wait a little bit for others to join, and I'd like to make a small summary of the work what I did from the beginning of this year. And before I start, I'd like to mention and admit that the live streaming is quite hard for me, especially when the streams are longer and I need to put there a lot of content without interruptions, without losing some informations and so on. So it was not so easy, and in future there will be shorter streams finally. And also I was facing quite two problems with the hardware, mainly with the audio, that the sound was interrupted during time, so I had to stop my streaming and a few of them redo them newly. And the reason was quite it was hard to find it. It took me several days, and finally I found that it was caused by the McAfee antivirus, and there was some process called like adaptive protection, which was checking the USB cable and just without noticing destroying the sound. So the McAfee is not so good antivirus, finally I would say that. So let me speak at first before I start to answer the questions and your comments, to make some summary of the work what was done before. So I'll change the screen right now, and the work we did, there are actually 3 live streams. The first is introduction, the second one is the Wavefly theory lecture with the software demonstration, and the final one are the Gene software features. I added to each video the timelines where you can watch by clicking on the time link. In the description you can watch just the chapter you missed, or you like to remind something, or you don't need to watch it completely, so you just click it and you can see only the chapter. But for novice and for those who are new here and did not see these videos yet, then I recommend to watch it from the beginning to the end to have the complete overview and to be on track with us. So all is up to you. For the next streaming I plan to make the video tutorials. That is something that I think that all of you are waiting for. So the first one will be the quick start, also with the activation software and the simple one run. And I believe there are some of you who did not start it yet, the software, so you can just wait for these video tutorials, and there will be more of these tutorials. Also, I'd like to show some nice waves from our members. The first one is from Charlie, who sent it I think 2 weeks ago, and he's playing in Australia the Oz Powerball Lotto, and you can see that he reached a quite nice speed. It's about 12,000 cycles per second, and it ran just 32 minutes, and he got such a wave that you see there are 1, 2, 3 peaks, and there are the pattern is just if I do 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 3 is 8 and plus 3 is 11. So I am interested what was his result, and maybe he can share it with us, that if the peak came up or not. The second interesting wave was shared already in the Wave Hunters group, and that's from Matthias, and here you can see that it's quite high score. It's with this 61%. So again, interested what the upcoming lot, what was the match in the real lottery, and you can see that the duration was just only 5 minutes. So within 5 minutes he got such a strong result, and that means that you never know when you will get really the very good result. So I am made this summary, and now we can go to questions and issues I like to answer. So I collected some of them during the days, and one is to show you the issue with the blank sheet end up. Then I will show you to chat and to Sherry how to create the pick 3-4 preset and start it, and also the preset for cache 3 and 4, and then I will answer further questions which we can you can put here during this online live stream. So let me check at first the chat if there are some more questions. So not questions at this moment. So I will start with the blank sheet. That what is going on? I will start the Gene software right now, and that's what we will do. And it's asking me for password, so I will put the password. Then click OK, and you see you have a gray screen, and that's many of you having this problem mainly on the beginning. So what you should do if you have this on the beginning, just close it and click here, right click by mouse, select from the menu the properties, and then on the general tab or security tab there is a checkbox to unblock or unlock the file. I do not have it this issue or this option, as this is Windows 7, but the newer Windows has something like this, which I will show on the screen. Yeah, this what you can see, and here is the security, and it's if it came from another computer, the file. So then you click just the unblock, and you click the unblock, click it OK, and then you can open it again, the file, and I'll put the password, and now it's opened. So that's the first point where I put you the advice. Now I will create the how to presets for pick 3, 4 and so on, and for cache 3 and 4. So let's look first on the web page. We have here the Florida Lottery, so flalottery.com, and there are the games, like we can see we have from pick 2 to pick 3, pick 4, pick 5. Just let's see the pick 3, how to play that, and we can click here, and there is a written select one number from 0 to 9. Yeah, the range is 10 numbers actually, counting 0, and so you will select 3 numbers for each, so you will get 3 digits number, and the lottery is played twice a day, for example. So every pick lotteries or cash lotteries are played 2 or 3 times a day, and you just cross numbers from 0 to 9. So it's just overview about these games, and I found that they are quite popular among the public, and many of you are asking how to use the Gene software for these lotteries. So there is also the other is the cache 3, cache 4, and other states has very similar lotteries. So I will make the examples, the presets right now. I can close now for a while the browser, internet browser, and here we jumped into the games sheet. I will scroll to the end of this list, So I am at the end, and let me check it. Yeah, we are starting on the line 41. So we have 42 presets here, and at first I will put here the country just to know from where it's played. So United States. Yeah. Then I'll put here the web link, where, because there are really many lotteries, very similar ones, but sometimes there are small differences. So we put here the link for Florida lottery, and then we start with the names of the lotteries. So we will start with the simplest one, which you can play only with one generator, with one gene at once, and then we will start with pick 3. Just one thing before I move on: if you have seen the gene software features, here I explained that you need, for pick 3, pick 4 and so on, you need at least to run 2 genes at once, and here I will show you how to do it. And for this we need 2 presets for pick 3, 2 presets for pick 4 and so on. So I think there will be evidence. So we put pick 3 for one gene, where we will play 1 and draw number 2. Then we put pick 3 with draw number 3. Then we will make pick 4, so I can copy this, and I will rename it just. So we have pick 4 with first and second draw, and pick 4 with third and fourth draw. Yeah? Then I will make preset for pick 5, just to see the differences. I will again do it in a way that I can copy the pick 4, and here is just because we have draw number 1, 2, then draw number 3, 4, and finally we will make draw number 5. Yeah. Then I like to make the cash presets lotteries, which are very similar as well. What I need to do is, because there is only cash 3 and cash 4, I will only copy these ones and put them here, and just rename it to cash. So I hope I will not make any mistake during this live stream. Maybe if something you will see not correct, just write me into the live chat. You can also write in the meantime the comments. Here I put, to have it in a good order, I will put here the another link that it's linked here. I will move it down like this, and this one I can move it as well here, that we know that it's related to the right lottery. Here we can copy the state as well. So we have the names of the lotteries here, and then we will start to create the preset. What we need to fill in, and it's the most important, are these columns. The others, I mean these ones, the others is like how often the lottery is placed, is just optional and not needed for the generation, and also the statistics are not needed as well to fill in. It's just to support a tool, but it's not needed for that to make the preset. So we will create the pick 2 preset, and the count of draws is 2 independent draws, so we put number 2. Then in the first draw we will just select one number, and one number is drawn, so we just put 1. And then from how many numbers is drawn? It's from 10. It's from 0 to 9, so 10 numbers. And that's the first draw, and the second draw will be the same. So we have one number we will put on ticket, one number is drawn, and from 10. Count of same draws is 0. Yeah, there are no same draws, they are independent and they are different. So this is a preset for 2 draws, and this preset will be the same for pick 3, draw 1 and 2, also for pick 4, draw 1, 2 and draw 3, 4. Then also for pick 5 is draw 1, 2 and draw 3, 4. We will also make it for cache 3, draw 1 and 2, and cache 4, draw 1 and 2 and draw 3, 4. What is different is the second gene, where is only one draw, which is the pick 3 third draw, where we put a number of draws is 1, and here we put again one number is selected and one number is drawn from 10, and the second draw is not filled, is not present, and count of same draw is 0. And the same thing is, I will copy that in the complete length. The same thing is right here. It's the fifth draw, which is single, or third draw on the cache 3. So we are ready. The presets, we have all the presets done, and we don't need to do anything more. Just what we need, we will not do the save right now. We will move to gene sheet. The list is filled, and now I will save it. Yeah, and you can see if I activate the software, then the gene the list with the lotteries is filled in, and I scroll down and you can see here all the presets. So we are starting with pick 2, pick 3, and here we can select the right preset we need to run. Yeah, and that's how to create the preset. I will end it. I don't remember if I save it, so I will save it right now again. It's just the save is only when you create the preset, then for the generation you need to use this preset. Now I will close it, and here I will try to run the gene for these pick lotteries and for the cache lotteries at once, yeah, to see how to run 2 genes at once and so on. At this moment I will run 5 of them at once to show you the lottery. Pick 2 is the simplest one, pick 3 and cache 4, so you see all 3 possibilities available. Before I move, I will check the chat. So there are no comments at this moment, so I can continue without disturbing. One thing just to keep in mind, that the gene does not work with 0. So if I put the range from 0 to 9 in the gene, it's from 1 to 10, where the 10 means 0, and you will see how then to fill the gene. So now I will start 5 genes at once. Just need to find I will start it. I need to start just the Excel itself 5 times, yeah. So it's the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. Then I make copy of the gene. I will create 5 copies. So I have 5 copies, and now I will rename them to the right name. So we call it pick 2. Just let's pick 2. Pick 2. Then we have it's quite small, so it's harder to write. That will be pick 3 with 1 and 2 draw. I think it will work with brackets. Then here will be pick 3 with third draw. Here I make the cache 4. So cache 4 with first and second draw, and finally make a cache 4 with third and fourth draw. Yeah, just to have it everything correct. I think I made it correctly right now, and now I need to open all of them. So I will start with the first. We have book 1. We will insert the pick 2. Pick 2 is opened. Then the second will be pick 3, draw 1 and 2. Then the third will be, you see that I'm inserting that inside, and it's only way how to open more Excel files at once. So this is pick 3 third draw. And here cache 4 first and second draw. And finally I put there the cache 4 third and fourth draw. Okay, so we have right now we have, I will order them in the way that we can see. So we have 5 files, and I will start with the setting of pick 2. So you'll see always the name here. So we will create the pick 2 at first. Click the activation. Then we select the pick 2 preset, which is here. It's filled in, and we just need to put Yeah, this is okay. We just have the seeds here and so on. So now we click the settings, and I can hide it for a while, and then we can set up the pick free draw 1 and 2. So we select the pick free draw 1 and 2. We just put another seed, for example, that's number whatever you can need, and we again click these settings. Just see that I choose only 3 previous draws to make it quickly here, yeah. Then I will start the pick free third draw. So I select the pick free third draw. You see only 1 draw is filled. Just changing again the numbers. The seed 1, seed 2 is not needed at this moment, but I just will do it automatically. And the interface is under creation. Then we have the cache for first and second draw. Again, I will activate it. I select the game. It's cache 4 first and second draw. Again, we'll change the numbers and make the setting. And finally we have the cache for third and fourth draw. So we'll make activation here. I hope I will not mess it up on during the stream. So this is cache 4 and third and fourth draw. Again, we will change the seeds to another numbers like that one and start these settings. And now it's under creation, and we can start with the to fill in the input box with the pick number 2. And pick 2 we have here, you can see it's filled. We have only draw 1 and 2, and we will prepare the numbers. So now we need to go to the internet. Here is the input box, and I'll go to it right here, and let's find the pick 2, and we will search for the last numbers, where I have from 14th, this is today, it's midday and evening 13th. So these are 2 draws, and we need the previous one. I'll just will click here. The previous one is from the 13th, from yesterday, and it is 1 and 7. So we put here 1, sorry, that's 1 and number 7. Then I go back, then we have here a number, yes, sorry, it's 2 and 2 6 is the last one, 1 7 is the previous one. So I will make it again. Okay, just remember 1 7 2 6 1 7 2 2 6 is the last one, and the previous I'll check it again in the PDF file. So we look, or HTML file, doesn't matter, is 96, number 96, yeah. So 9 6, we do not have 0, so we don't put here the 10. So the preset, the input is ready, and now we can start it, but I will wait as I make all the presets at once. So that was the pick 2. Then we go to pick 3, and I'll check the numbers. The latest is 218, and there are the 219. Just let me check it. 291. Okay, so I will open the draw 1 and 2 on pick 3, and here I fill in only the numbers. Only the numbers is draw 1 and 2, so I will put there number 2 3 2 2 3 2 9, and the last is 2 1. Let's see, 2 and 1. So we have it, the input box is ready. Then we will open the third draw, and here we need to fill in the, just again, the last numbers. If I go here, so it's the number 7 1 and 8. 7 1 and 8. So 7 1 and 8. So it's prepared as well. I just close some not needed files here to make it quicker, because it's a lot of files open there. Yeah, now we have here a cache and draw 1 and 2. So we jumped into the cache 4, which I select here. Yeah, cache 4, and here we see the winning numbers, the 6106. So the last 3, so there are this is the first draw, second draw, third and fourth draw. Let's fill it in. I make it smaller just to see it on one place. Yeah, I will move it, and I hope I'll make it correctly. So cache 4, draw number 1 and 2. We can fill it, so 6 4 6 is draw 1, 6 4 6, and draw 2 is 1 6 1. 1 6 1. That's a draw 1 and 2. Then I switch to, so we are ready with this, and I switch to cash 4, draw 3 and 4, and we go from past, so it's 440. So we put, that's third draw, 4 4, and instead of 0 we put here 10. That we need to realize that. And then it's 9 2 6. Yeah, and we are ready. What I will do right now, I can hide it, so I don't need the internet anymore. And now I will hide it, and I can start them from the beginning. So we are starting the pick 2 right now. So there is the best results. You can see it here, just for the best result. Then I start. This is the pick 3, draw number 1 and 2. Pick 3, draw number 3. Yeah, we already reached the best result right now. And then we go to cache 4, draw number 2 and 1, and finally cache 4, draw number 3 and 4. So it started. We can just show the red snake, how it's changing, and it's now running fast. So I will stop it. So it's running, and this is the best result at this moment we got. And we can check the cache 4 number, draw 1 and 2. Just see the snake again. So it's running. Then the cache, you can see against the snake. This is the pick 3, draw number 3. And let's see the snake again. Pick 3, draw number 1 and 2. And finally, here we have pick 2. Snake look like this. I will just put the notes tab, as the speed is then much higher. I don't know why, but the Excel works like this. And we can run it for a while, all these 5 genes, and then we will look for the results. I will check the chat again, so there are no more questions from that. So we will wait a little bit, and then I go back to see for the results. We have a 5. The speed is just 7,000 cycles per second, but you know it's the live streaming, and I have running 5 genes at once at this moment. Speed is the same. Okay, so it was running, and I've shown you how to make the preset, and finally I showed how to run it at once, and now we can how to collect the results. So with pick 2 we have the best results represented by the green line here, and the best result is marked by exclamation mark, and so the result we should put on ticket number 9 and 3 for pick 2 upcoming lottery day, yeah, or lottery time. So this is the best result, 9-3, and we have 83% of matches, so that's really a high result. We can look for the pick 3. So the best result is we have in the best result, which is marked by number 3, is number 6, and then we should add on ticket from the third draw, pick 3. We should put ticket from the best result is number 2, so we should put on ticket 6 and number 2. And finally the cash 4. When we look for the best result so we have the best is result number 12 with we put number 7, 3, and from the second gene with draw 3 and 4 is the best is the 10 and 5. So 7, 3, 10, 5 we put on the ticket, but not the 10. But instead of 10 we should put a 0 on the ticket. I'll just check if there is some number 10. No, okay. Yeah, so as I mentioned, then we put instead of 10 number 0, we cross on the ticket. Okay, so I think that's all I'd like to show you today. I thank you for your questions, for your attention and attendance. I'm glad that Chat also joined the Wave Hunters group and gave me this question, and I'll be glad for your further support. Just let me show the final screen, and I hope I said everything I wanted to say today, so I will do it right here. So we are at the end, and thank you for your attention and for your support. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified about upcoming live stream events and new videos. Also click the reminder on when you get the invitation for the live stream video, and I'll be glad for your likes which you give me if you see the video interesting and helpful for you, and please share it with others. Join us also on the Facebook page, the Wave Flight Theory, and the groups Wave Hunters and the other group. Finally, you can looking forward to upcoming live stream video with the tutorial where will be presented the quick start, how to activate the software and how to make the first generation. So thank you for your attention, stay tuned and see you next time.